My name is Rick Gilmore. I am CEO of GIC Group, International Agribusiness Company, specializing in financial services. We are launching a series of agriculture emission reduction futures contracts, which we call CPC, Commodity Plus Carbon Futures. We'd like to discuss with you today the value proposition offered by the CPC and why we think it is a strategy that meets grower and processor and merchandiser and other parts of the value chain needs and interests. The purpose of CPC is to reduce greenhouse gas emissions in agriculture value chains simply, and it will effectively source production premiums from commodity markets and defend U.S. competitiveness as a global agriculture and food supplier. Why do we need another carbon program? Only 1% of U.S. farmers are participating in any program today. We learn from such surveys as the Purdue Barometer survey. Private programs have hidden transaction costs, long-term contract requirements, and don't prioritize for first adapters. The key weaknesses found in these current programs, according to focus groups and surveys, is 1, farmland enrollment eligibility requirements can be onerous and confusing. 2, contract obligation questions, also confounding. 3, data requirements and standards, which are burdensome. 4, and I might add, not necessarily reliable. 4, grower financial obligations and payments. 5, data ownership and privacy protection not adequate. And 6, the consequences of contractual noncompliance can be exponentially significant. And 7, the requirements for full program disclosure. Additionally, what other problems or drawbacks are there? Public subsidies just aren't enough, and generally speaking are short-term. Carbon credit trading isn't moving us any closer to net zero. Right now, given the market and political and economic conditions, timing is critical for the introduction of a comprehensive and cost-effective carbon strategy. Input costs are rising faster for growers than commodity prices. Despite all the public and private initiatives, the return for good agricultural practices on farm are minimal. And 3, carbon tariffication in trade risks shutting out U.S. suppliers who don't meet carbon reduction standards for importers, such as the European Union. CPC, we think, has many strengths, and here are key features. CPC futures contracts combine the spot price of the commodity, 75% of the total spot price, and the spot price of carbon, which we monitor 24/7, and that is 25% of the spot price of the new CPC futures contract. That together creates a premium over standard futures contracts. We have tested this in growth markets, stable markets, and declining markets, and in all cases, the spread favors the CPC contract. Eligible growers gain premiums based on their reported on-farm carbon reduction levels below the benchmark used in USDA's Comet Planner. That's an NRCS benchmark. CPC futures are the reference price for buyers and for eligible suppliers who are paid on delivery, cash basis. Payment is by the load or segmented field. Suppliers will be grouped in 3 emission reduction tiers below the established benchmark, based on an optimization of the use of current and early stage technologies and resulting inputs. Tier 1, the reduction level is 15%. Tier 2, the reduction level must be 23%, and Tier 3, the reduction level must be 31%. All provided data is authenticated by our associate firm, MyAgData, and secured by blockchain. The project will be registered with Climate Action Reserve. CAR has thorough requirements on methodology approval, project validation, and verification, the standards for which MyAgData must adhere to. The value proposition that we are offering is a shareholder on CPC in a new co with rollouts of CPC futures in the next 5 years is a shareholder return in a 5-year IRR of 53.59%, 10-year IRR at 58.94%, a 5-year ROI at 234.18%, and a 10-year at 376.08%. We are seeking equity investment and offering investors preferred shares plus the use of convertible warrants. The deal structure at the moment is the establishment of a new co, partially owned by GIC Group, and the 49% by outside shareholders or investors. And the allowance is for a phased withdrawal right after an initial 5 years. And that can be a graduated or at a longer period with a grace period, full withdrawal at the year of notification. I am sure that this presentation raises as many questions as it provides answers. We would be happy with your feedback to respond to questions. I can be reached at 202-441-5651 or 301-799-0840. And at your request, we will send you additional hard documentation plus an NDA to enable you to get the proprietary information. Thank you for your time, and we look forward to hearing from you.